Hi, Twinner Universe. This is Kayla Schenkel from the National Community Pharmacists Association. I'm joined here today with Brian Caswell, who is the chair of the NCPA board and also a Kansas pharmacy owner, and also Doug Hoey, who is the CEO of the National Community Pharmacists Association. We're here today to talk about some very interesting things that President Trump has said in the Rose Garden and HHS has released in its request for information. Now guys, there was some really interesting stuff out there for community pharmacies. So Brian, first there was some information about PBMs potentially having a fiduciary duty to plan sponsors. What would that mean for community pharmacists?
Well, I'm glad that the president recognized that there's an opportunity for us to be a lot more transparent in the pharmacy reimbursement process. So it's good to see where the true costs of the medication and the reimbursements are coming from and where those dollars are actually really going. So it's nice to be able to have a transparency to the general public, the patient, and also to the payers.
Absolutely. Now, Doug, our favorite issue at NCPA is DIR fees, or I guess you would say our least favorite.
Absolutely.
There were some interesting provisions in the RFI. How did you take them?
Well, it's really encouraging to have the president call out our sworn enemy in a Rose Garden ceremony. I mean, the last time a president was in the Rose Garden and talking about PBMs and community pharmacies was not so good. It was in 2003 with President Bush in Part D. So it was good to see the president do that. What he's proposing as far as rebates at the point of sale, I think really gives an opportunity to possibly do away with pharmacy DIR fees. So it's encouraging. Now we've got to push it forward.
Absolutely. And push it forward we will. And the last question I wanted to ask both of you, there was some very strong language from the president about gag clauses, an issue that NCPA has talked about for quite some time. Doug, how did you take the president's strong language and ultimately what is that going to mean for our Part D contracts?
Well, the gag clauses, and of course it doesn't literally say gag clauses in most of the contracts, but it's through the intimidation and the coercion that PBMs enforce these gag clauses. And so, for the president, administrators Verma, and then HHS Secretary Azar to all come out and say these gag clauses are unacceptable, I hope will result in less intimidation and coercion from the PBMs.
Absolutely, and as a pharmacy owner, what does this gag clause information mean for you?
To me, it opens it up because it allows me to talk to my patient freely, and it doesn't hold me back for fear of repercussions. And so it's nice to be able to be fully transparent to our patients as well and give them every opportunity to pay the lowest cost possible.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. NCPA will be filing comments to the president's RFI, and stay tuned to hear more from us. Thanks.